Hello guys! I will be discussing about purposive communication. What is purposive communication? Purposive communication, from the word purposive, means having or done with purpose, while communication is derived from a Latin word communis, which means common. The definition emphasizes the fact that unless common understanding results from the exchange of information, ideas, views, knowledge, and experiences to one person to another, which we can say that communication has a purposive which it can generate the commonness between the sender and the receiver. Communication is a process of transmitting information and common understanding from one person to another. Communication has an element in processing information, such that the sender, the receiver, message, channel, and the feedback. First, sender initiates the communication, the one who conveys an idea or concept to others. Also, sender encodes the idea by selecting words, symbols, gesture with which to compose a message. Next is the receiver, is the individual to whom the message is sent. Next, message is the outcome of the encoding, which takes from the verbal, nonverbal, or written language. Next, channel are also known as medium, which is the carrier of the communication. It can be face-to-face, telephone call, email, or written reports. Finally, feedback. Feedback occurs when the receiver responds to the sender's message and returns the message to the sender. Also, feedback allows the sender to determine whether the message has been received and understood. There are barriers that affect the communication process, namely values, attitude, level of knowledge, culture, feelings or emotion, and lastly, the past experience. Values is a common cause of communication breakdown, having different values. For example, when people face with change, people values may be differ. Next, attitude are commonly formed by individuals' opinion, personal feelings on a subject or a person, and can be difficult to alter. Next, level of knowledge. Level of knowledge may not be able to convey their message clearly, and the receiver could misunderstand the message. Therefore, it's affecting the communication process. Next, culture. Culture shapes the way we think and behave. Cultural barriers to communication often arises when a person and one social group have developed different norms, values, or behaviors to another person and can lead to different interests, knowledge, values, and tradition. Last is past experience. If a person had an awful experience in the past related to some particular situation, then she or he will try to avoid communication regarding to that situation. Another factor that affects the communication is ethics, or also known as ethical communication. Ethics is an understanding of what is right and wrong, while communication is the exchange of information from one person to another, wherein ethical communication is the exchanging of information between people in a manner that is truthful and accurate. There are four moral standards of ethical communication: the rights, justice, utility, and care. Rights is an individual entitlement to something, also concerned with the individual basic needs and welfare. Next, justice. Justice involves considering what alternatives promote fair treatment of people. Next, utility. Utility are actions and policies that should be evaluated on the basis of the benefits and wants that they will improve on the society. And lastly, care, that emphasizes preserving and nurturing concrete valuable relationship we have with other individuals. The following are the 10 guidelines for communication. First, abide by relevant laws. You must adhere to the laws governing intellectual property. Second, abide by the appropriate professional code of conduct, telling the truth and reporting information accurately. Third, abide by your organization policy on social media, to be limited or controlled by using social media. Fourth, take advantage of your employees. Your employees have a code of conduct that can help you find an information. Fifth, tell the truth. Sometimes employers are asked to lie about their computer products. Six, don't mislead your readers. A misleading statement, one that invites even encourage the readers to reach a false conclusion. 7. Use design to highlight important ethical and legal information. Courts that found that information that is buried. 8. Be clear. Your responsibility is to write as clearly as you can to help your audience understand what you are saying. 9. Avoid discriminatory language. Don't use language that discriminates against people. 10. Acknowledge assistance from the others. Don't suggest that you did all the work yourself if you didn't. According to Turner, good communication is a bridge between confusion and clarity. This ends my discussion and I hope you are well informed.